Hey guys, Josh at work here. So nothing really good happening so far today. Right now I'm just parked over at, where am I? I'm at Meeks, just chilling, waiting on I got a technician on the way up to meet me because apparently I need keys to do my next appointment and I didn't know that. So anyway, the next set of apartments that I'm going to, I'm gonna post ahead of time that I just know that something crazy good is gonna happen because that place is crazy. The woman that owns the set of apartments, I can't say her name because then y'all will know who I'm talking about, and I'm gonna be talking bad about her apartment, so I can't say her name. However, I really wish I could because she's got a really cool name. It sounds like she would have to be a rock star or at least some kind of soothsayer or something. I mean, just something about some people's names, you know, like that's a cool name, and it's, I mean, even cooler than like Freddie Mercury or I don't know, whatever. Both her first and last name are both really cool. So anyway, so she owns these 3 apartments and or 3 buildings that have one's a duplex, and the other 2 are 4plexes. Anyway, and they're really, really old, and they're very, very trashy, very, very cheap apartments. Anyway, I'm not judging, but the people that live there are crazy. One of them's like a total meth head or tweaker or something. I'm not sure what her deal is, but she's a trip. And then these houses are insane. But anyway, so there's bound to be a story come out of these, at least one of these places, because I mean, if nothing else, just so I can tell you about what the place is like, or because it's I don't know, I always get a kick out of it. I've only been there once, but there's 3 different buildings, and like I said, each one's got at least 2 apartments in it, so lots of people. The problem with all of these 3 places is that they all have roaches, really, really bad. If I remember, or if I forget the opportunity, I'll be able to show you the basement of one of these apartments. The basements aren't occupied, so it's not like I'm showing you anybody's houses, because I'm not going to be doing that again. So they're unoccupied, they're just used for storage, and I'll show you why. So anyway, stay tuned. Well, I guess you kind of already are. Stay tuned. So you'll be seeing it here in a few seconds, but I'll be seeing it in a few minutes, and I'm not looking forward to it, but I kind of am for y'all's sake. So anyway, I'll see you then. Peace. Okay, I've only got a second, but watch this. Okay, this is where it's really crazy. I have to be quiet. I hope y'all can see this. Spray my chemical through there, and you might be able, the light's kind of bad, but you might be able to see them take off running. Okay, I'm out. I just don't even know what to say. I don't know how much of that you guys could see. Sorry, my radio's there. I don't know how much of that you guys could see. The problem with these handheld cameras is they don't have the best low light. And this sun's really bright. Oops. they don't have the best low light settings, so it's real quick for everything just to appear black. I know you had to have seen some of them. I mean, some of these guys are like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something. Anyway, I don't know why I could have ever been excited to show you that. That's disgusting. This is the dirty jobs part of my job, in my opinion. I crawl in crawl spaces that are like full of water sometimes, and I'll come out nasty, covered in mud. There have been a couple times that I have actually had to go home and change clothes and rinse off before I could finish my day because I was so filthy. And I would rather do that every day, every single day, than have to put up with that kind of living. Like I said, I couldn't show you the inside of the house, of course, but these people just have a different standard of living, and it's not, I mean, it's not even, in my opinion, it might sound really mean of me, but in my opinion, it's not even white trash. It's like borderline uncivilized. You know what I mean? Like, it's just nasty. Anyway, so that was that. So I don't know. That was a great story. I don't know how much of this that showed up on camera, like I said, because the low light sucks. But what I was trying to show you is that every time I stomp my foot in that basement, or every time I kick some of that dirt over, or spray my wand, anytime any of that, like, everything would, like, it's almost like the walls and the floor and everything was made of water, and every time I would stomp my foot, everything would be thrown into motion. It was like an acid trip, a very, very bad acid trip full of nastiness. Yeah, so I'm gonna hope something cheery happens after this, because that was not good. I'm gonna have to listen to some comedy on my iPod or something, kind of pick up my spirits. That's the kind of stuff just it's not good for the human soul. My soul's been hurt. Anyway, man, I tell you what, I love these glasses. I think they're cool, but man, they make my eyes hot. I'm kind of rambling, sorry. My eyes get sweaty when I wear those glasses. No, is that weird? I mean, I do have sun right in my face, and it is very, very muggy. I mean, it's like Louisiana out here today. But anyway, I gotta get going. I gotta go to the last house. That was the second one. The first one's not so bad. They have ants and a few roaches, but they're a very different caliber of folk that live in this fourplex. It's a house. I don't know. I guess I can't show you the house. It's like an average size, or it's a small house, but it's actually been divided vertically and horizontally so that there are 4 individual apartments, each apartment being like 350 to 500 square feet, somewhere around there. You know, they're very tiny. And then there's like these dungeons underneath. These houses, if I had to guess, they're like from the early 1800s, or not early 1800s, early 1900s. Very, 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 very old. There's like subfloor on top of a subfloor, you know, so there's like 3 levels of floor. All sorts of nastiness. So anyway, I'm gonna get going. I'm kind of rambling here, so I'll talk to you later. Peace. Okay, so I just looked at the footage from downstairs. You can't see the really small ones. You obviously can see the big ones, but there are really tiny ones that don't move quite as fast. Well, actually, they move just as fast, but they don't move quite as far, I guess I should say. Anyway, the lighting is really bad in there. If that woman wasn't home upstairs, what I wanted to do is I was going to change my mag light. Can do like either a spot or more of like a broadcast, more like a floodlight, you know. And if I would have thought, I would have done the floodlight from the very get-go, because I was moving the light off the direct center, because then it just bleaches it out. But anyway, you can't really see the small ones, but there are actually, every time you saw 3 or 4 big ones, imagine in your mind that there were, for each one that you saw, there was about 5 small ones. There were many, many, many more small ones than there are big ones, and my pest control mind tells me that that means that there were several eggs that just hatched. I don't want to get back into it again, but I could have told you a really nasty egg story, too. Don't get me started. It's like Alien.